So it's an easy one. The second one we are having, that is morpheme. What does morpheme mean? Morpheme is actually the smallest grammatical unit in a language. Okay, such kind of questions can be asked in MCQs. Like the question can be that what is the smallest grammatical unit in a language? Then your answer should be morpheme. Okay, the same, what is the smallest unit of sound that can distinguish meaning in a language? So your answer should be X. The second one is happy. Unhappy. Happy is what? Happy is a root word. The third one is ness. Unhappiness. Ness is actually suffix. So the first word, that is prefix, second word is the root, and the third one is suffix. Prefix, root, and suffix. Then we have the third one, the third important basic term in linguistics, that is syntax. What is syntax? The set of rules, principles, and process that govern the structure of sentence in a given language. Means every language has rules for making sentences. The same English language has also rules. What are the rules of English language? Like the first we have to put subject, then first form of the verb, or second form or third form you can put, then object. Okay, so it is what? It is actually, we can also call it subject verb agreement. So it's all about rules, principles. In syntax, we discuss about rules, principles, and process that go in the structure of a sentence in a given language. For example, in English, the typical word order is subject, verb, object. It is also called SVO. As in the cat is actually subject, chased is actually verb, the mouse is actually object. So it means there is a proper sequence of the sentence. Means I can't put the verb at the first, or subject at the second, or object at the second. There is a specific organization of the sentence. Means the cat chased the mouse. The cat is subject, chased is actually verb, and the mouse is actually object. Then we have semantics. Syntax, semantics. Syntax is about sentence structure. Okay, the same semantics is about meaning, the study of meaning in language, how words and sentences convey meaning. For example, the words child and kid have similar semantics because they both refer to young human being. Got it? Then we have the fifth point, the fifth basic term of linguistics, that is pragmatics. The study of how context influences the interpretation of meaning in communication. For example, the statement, can you pass the salt, in a dinner setting is understood as a request rather than a question about someone's ability to pass the salt. It means you are having a dinner. Someone says to you, can you please, or can you pass the salt? So it's not an order, it's actually a request, because you are having dinner at that time. So that's why you should take it as a what? As a request, not order. Then we have phonology. Phoneme we have discussed, but what is phonology? The study of the sound systems of a language, including the rules for combining and using phonemes. For example, in English, the sounds t and d are distinct phonemes. Okay, t and d. It's actually distinct phonemes. They are different phonemes. But in some languages, they may be allophones, meaning they do not differentiate words. Then we have morphology. We have discussed morpheme, but now it's morphology. We have discussed phoneme. It's phonology. So morphology is what? Morphology, as we discussed that in morpheme, that it's the smallest unit of language. Okay, but what is morphology? Morphology is actually the structure and form of words in a language, including the formation of words through affixes. Now we will understand it by example. Example in English, walk is a simple word, while walked is a complex word made by adding the past tense morpheme ed. As I put the example of unhappiness, un is what? Un is actually prefix, then happy is what? Root, and ness is what? Suffix. Then we have lexicon. Lexicon is actually the vocabulary of a language, including its words and expressions. For example, the word English lexicon includes words like apple, run, and happiness. Got it? Then we have syntax tree. What is syntax tree? These are actually basic terms. You will obviously go through in detail in your next classes, in your next semesters. But you should know that what are the meaning, or what is the meaning of these words. A visual representation of the syntactic structure of a sentence according to a particular grammar. For example, the sentence, the cat sat on the mat, can be represented by a syntax tree showing the hierarchical structures of the noun phrase and the word phrase. Now it's actually a different task. Means for the sentence here we are having, that is, the cat sat on the mat. So you will have to put these words in a tree. Means you have to draw the tree where you have to put these words. Then that comes like noun phrase, word phrase. Allophone. What is allophone? One of the several similar speech sounds, phonemes that belong to the same phoneme in a language. For example, in English, the t sound in top and stop are allophones. Stop, top. It means it's like a similar, but these are actually allophones. They are different in pronunciation but are used to differentiate words. Social linguistics. Social linguistics is actually about society and language. It means it's all about society, the language which is used in society. The study of language varies and changes in social groups. Now, obviously, it's society. In your village, it doesn't mean that the whole village will speak the same language, the same accent which you speak. No, everyone has different accent. The same, it is discussed in social linguistics. For example, different dialects or slang used by various age groups. Your father may use different accent. Your mother may use different accent. Due to what? Due to her age, due to his age. Professions and communities. You might, when you meet your friend, you might use different accent. You might use different vocabulary. The same if you meet in to any community, or you suppose you go to college. There are different communities from different from different place. The people, they come, they join. So you use different words in front of them. You might change your accent. Etymology, the study of the origin and historical development of. I mean, that's all about the word, the origin of the word. For example, word happy. What's the origin of the word happy? What's the origin of the word sad? Okay, what's the origin of the word biology, chemistry, physics? Example, the word etymology itself comes from the Greek word etymoin, meaning true sense.